Hello, dear friends. We are very happy to have our public health seminar. And since we have had Dana with us, our public health seminar series became more and more creative and unique, and more interdisciplinary. So I'm very happy to have this opportunity to see a bridge between public health and literature. And Shushan Avakian helped me to organize this interdisciplinary event, and of course our speakers, who will later introduce. So the seminar is called Healing Words, A Burst of Life, because we wanted to celebrate life today. And Dana Walrath and Marina Petrosyan are going to help us to celebrate life today. After me, Shushan will speak to you in Armenian because our event is bilingual. So Dana Walrath is a medical anthropologist, writer and artist who blends all those roles into her work. Dr. Walrath is also a Fulbright scholar at AUA, School of Public Health, working on a project that builds on her award-winning Alzheimer's graphic memoir series about life with her mother Alice before and during Alzheimer's disease. She will be reading from her forthcoming verse novel, Like Water on Stone, Random House de la Corte, set during the Armenian Genocide. Marina Petrosyan is a contemporary Armenian poet living in Yerevan. She has 4 poetry books published in Armenian and 2 published in France. Ms. Petrosyan also writes essays on arts and politics. Her essay, Anti-Poetry, or When the Poet Doesn't Seek an Alibi, on contemporary Armenian poetry, has aroused the controversy in Armenian literary circles. She will be reading from her last book, Salad with Shots, and also a selection of new poems. Shushan?
Ես հայերեն խոսեմ, համալսարանի առողջապահության ֆակուլտետի հետ միասին կազմակերպեցինք այս երեկոն, ներկայացնեմ մեր ընթերցողներին այսօր երկլեզու պոեզիայի երեկո է նվիրված խոսքերի ապաքինող ուժին, Մարինեն դարմանող, ապաքինող, քննարկում ենք, որ մենք ընտրենք բառերից, ապաքինող ավելի հաճելի էր Դեյնա Վոլրաթի և Մարինե Պետրոսյանի հետ միասին։ Մասնակիցների մասին Դեյնա Վոլրաթը բժշկական մարդաբան է, գրող և արվեստագետ, ով միակցում է այս բոլոր դերերը իր գործերում։ Վոլրաթը Ֆուլբրայթի գիտնական է, Հայաստանի Ամերիկյան համալսարանի հանրային առողջապահության ֆակուլտետում, որտեղ աշխատում է իր մրցանակակիր Alzheimer գրաֆիկական հուշագրության հետ կապված նախագծի վրա։ Հուշագրությունն իր մոր Ալիսի հետ նախքան նրա Alzheimer հիվանդությունն ու հիվանդության ընթացքում ապրելու մասին է։ Նա կընթերցի այսօր առաջիկայում լույս տեսնող և հայոց ցեղասպանության նվիրված Like Water on Stone բանաստեղծություն վեպից։ Մարինե Պետրոսյանը հայ ժամանակակից բանաստեղծ է, ապրում է Երևանում։ Նրա բանաստեղծությունների ժողովածուներից 4-ը հրատարակվել են Հայաստանում, 2-ը Ֆրանսիայում։ Պետրոսյանը գրում է նաև արվեստի և քաղաքականության վերաբերյալ էսսեներ։ Ժամանակակից հայ պոեզիայի նվիրված նրա անտիպոեզիա կամ երբ բանաստեղծը չի պնդում ալիբի էսսեն բանավեճ է առաջացրել հայկական գրական շրջանակներում։ Այսօր կընթերցի վերջին Սալաթը գրակոչներով գրքից, ինչպես նաև նոր բանաստեղծություններից։ Եթե կարելի է անջատեք բջջային հեռախոսները, եթե ձեզ մոտ են հիշեցնեմ, please turn off your cell phones for today's event. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just a PS, postscriptum, this might be possibly one of the first in a series of collaborative works between Dana and Marine. possibly their work will be translated in the opposite language. So Dana's will be translated into Armenian and Marina's into English. And we might have another reading possibly in September. Համագործակցությունը հավանաբար կշարունակվի, շատ հավանական է։ Սեպտեմբերում երևի թե պլանավորում ենք նորից ընթերցանություն, Դինայի աշխատանքները թարգմանությամբ եւ Մարինեին նույնպես թարգմանությամբ հակառակ լեզուներով։
I guess do you want to sit down? You'll just stay there? Okay. But thank you. It's let me see if I can get a little feedback. Oh, that does it. Turn this one on. Okay. Good? Very good, very good. But thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you to read from my forthcoming verse novel. Verse novels are a hybrid form. They're someplace in between pure poetry and fiction. And so usually at a poetry reading, you get an introduction to a poem, and then a poem, and then an introduction to another poem, and then a poem. But a verse novel is a series of poems that tell a story. So I'm going to read to you a selection of these poems without introducing them one by one and telling you what they mean. The verse novel is set during the time of the genocide, and you could ask yourself, what does that have to do with health and healing? Healing is all about creating shared social meaning. This lets us recover. That's how we get well, anytime we're sick, anytime anything hurts. And as the proverb goes, where the needle passes, the thread passes also. And I believe that words create the threads that heal us. The story that I'm going to read from is written as a series of dramatic monologues. So it's first-person voices talking one at a time. And you're going to hear tonight from 3 siblings, a brother, Shahen, his twin sister, Sosi, their little sister, Mariam, and then the 4th narrating character is an eagle, Artziv, and he's a guardian spirit, and he gets to open the story. Like water on stone, Balu, 1914. Artziv. I should say one more thing. At the start of each poem, I'll say the name of the character who's speaking. So, and it will be clear that they shift. So this is Artziv. 3 young ones, 1 black pot, a single quill and a tuft of red wool are enough to start a new life in a new land. I know this is true because I saw it. We track our quills as they fall, always. With eagle eyes we can see from the sky who picks one up from ground or rescues it from the crook of a bent branch, the quill's mottled color blending in with peeling bark. It was the girl who picked up my quill. She and her mother worked side by side, plucking frothy white beetle bodies from leaf and stalk. They crushed them between fingertips and used this insect blood to turn their carpet fibers the richest red. Clever. When my feather dropped, the girl, the older one, Sosi, almost full-grown, her body budding, stirred from her work. The little one, Mariam, napped on a carpet beside her. Sosi, named for plane trees that stand tall on this land. Her short, quick inhale as she saw it tugged the air around me. She wiped her red-tipped fingers on her apron before reaching up. Look, Mama, a new mizrach for Papa. A 9-beat song pulsed through my wings. A musician, what luck! If my quill could pull a mensa from the strings of an oud, I thought then that my heart might heal. That quill is for your brother, the mother said. It's time that Shahen learned to play. A young musician? More luck. Far beyond this beetled field, where river cut through mountain, a curly-headed, big-eyed boy shivered when she spoke. Shahen, suns here as eagles see. Fast green water flowed along the distant bank. An arc of giant stones rose from the riverbed, bending the current's forward force. Water seeped back behind these stones, forming a still pool for Shahen, his face reflected in the water, so delicate, like Sosi's. his thumb and fingers curled around a flat, smooth stone. He bent his hand toward his arm. One fierce flick of the wrist set the stone to water. It skipped 9 times, like the beat of a song. Ripples spread through the top of the pool and then sunk into its surface. Then to no one, to the air, perhaps to me. Shahen said, "No one plays oud in America." My musician, what luck. Shahen, "Come on, lucky stone, give me 7, not 9, not 8, 1 for each of them, none for me. Papa, Mama, Kevork, Misak, Anahit, Sosi, Mariam, me. 8. It can't be 8. In a land ruled by Muslims, priests just baa like sheep. My fate isn't here with schoolboys in church learning of what was, not of what could be. My fate isn't here grinding wheat into flour. That's enough for my brothers, big dolts with no dreams. Come on, stone, you're the lucky one. Papa, Mama, Kevork, Misak, Anahit, Sosi, Mariam, me. Pah, stupid 8, stupid like Papa who keeps his head in song. If he stopped playing the oud, if he looked instead of listened, he would see that my luck is with my Keri in New York. I'll live in a tower that touches the sky. Come on, pink stone, perfect, smooth and flat. Cut me out, make it 7. Stone spins and cuts the surface. Papa big spray, Mama less, Kever closer, Misak smaller, Anahit, Sosi, Mariam. Stone sinks into water. 7 times I will measure, but then I will cut. I'm going to America. Mariam. Feet up, feet down, heels hit house. Feet up, feet down. Shahen, come home. Time to play the bird game. Time to play the bird game. Feet up, feet down. I sit, I wait. Feet up, feet down. He's here. Shahen's on the ground, his arms spread wide. Time to play the bird game? Yes, he tells me. He always says yes. My wings pull back. Meg, Yergu, Yerek. 1, 2, 3. Flap, flap, flap. I fly. My heart goes first. Down, down, down from the roof into Shahen's arms. He catches me. He holds me high. He spins me round and round like the mill wheel. I fly above. I am his little dove. Sosi. Mama teaches me how to bargain for fabrics. First fingertips feel texture and weight, face and voice silent. Never take first price. See what Turks have to offer, but buy Armenian cloth if you can. Never show which one you love. Go and see each merchant's wares, compare and think and breathe in spices, hot bite of cayenne, fenugreek for basturma, warm, strong taste of earthy cumin, deep red paprika to make a paste, crisp allspice for Monty stuffing, mahlaps, bitter, almond, nip. We buy a bolt of woven wool tight with pattern and warmth. Mama says the silks I love will wait till I'm a wife. Silks instead of mama, silks instead of home. Fatima Bey Injali comes into the stall as we pay. Special price for you today, Gavur, infidel, as though you need it already with all the best land. Mama places a bolt between them. Her left hip juts out like a ledge. She stares straight ahead, lips sealed. The Turk from the shop says to Fatima, "The Gavur are clever with their money," as he drops a coin into Mama's open palm. Teşekkür ederim, Mama thanks him, nose up, lips drawn tight like a hard, wrinkled pit. "I can buy my cloth from others if you like." The Turk bows his bald head low, the fringe of hair around his crown like an upside-down bristle-black smile. "No, madame, you must come again. With your lovely daughter, the bolt and price pleased us both." "Good day then," Mama says, pulling me from the stall, past the vendors, past the crowd, over the bridge, squeezing my hand, muttering, "The bee gets her honey from the same flower where the snake sucks her poison." She only lets go when we reach our orchard, spread along the river's edge. I said nothing to that snake, only because your father holds her husband Mustafa dear, as if I didn't have enough to worry me. With Shahen always wet from the river, he played with Turkish boys again, you know. And the nerve of that vendor, insulting us as we give him good money. Sosi, look around you. This is Armenia. Fat Turks from Constantinople rule for miles and miles, making Muslim villagers brazen. Kurds and Turks may live here too, but these are our lands. Your father planted these very vines with cuttings from my father's arbors when he was leaving boyhood, the age of you and Shahen now. His grandfather's grandfather planted the olives, his father the apricots. Nothing came free, not the millstones, not the earth, not the sheep, not the wheat. Generations of sweat, don't you ever forget. Grapevines, heavy with fruit, bend over straight wood frames. Silver olive leaves shimmer behind them. Apricots blush in the sun. This one is moving ahead. Ardziv is a guardian spirit, but also the social conscience of this story. Ardziv. I circled above, watching Shahen swim at the river with the young drum caps. Further upriver, a small, fat frog at water's edge caught bugs with his tongue. A heron soon ate him. I swooped down and grabbed a fish. That's when I saw him, the boy, the drum cap with the toothy grin. He was with the man with the red drum cap and a stiff white beard, trimmed and combed and polished so it spread out and down like the feathers of a tail. That man shot my mate. The instant the bullet hit, she was gone. Her flight stopped. Wings limp, she fell. The man clapped the boy on the shoulders where wings would have sprouted were he a bird. They laughed. They watched her fall, as did I, from our nest, my talons balled into a fist so as not to harm the chicks. For 40 days my mate had stayed there on the nest, till this brood had hatched, 3 eggs this time, bringing all the food and fresh pine sprigs. One by one, the young emerged in the order they were laid, their egg tooth breaking through the shell, their eyes partway closed, no true feathers, just gray-white down, and open mouths, open shut, open shut.